Good day, this is Mark Schmidt, Superintendent of Schools for Staples Motley, with an update regarding last night's board meeting, which took place on Tuesday, January 22nd at 7 p.m. This was the annual organizational meeting where we began with swearing in new board members. The swearing in process took place by, the board members who participated was Brian Winkles as a new board member, and Roy as a returning board member from previous terms, and Chad as a re-elected board member. And we wish to welcome and congratulate all those individuals onto the school board. The board then moved to recognition of a variety of organizational items, which was to elect a board chair, and we congratulate Chad Longbella, who is going to be this coming year's board chair. And they moved on to the other officers for the board and selected various committee members. The committee members will be on our website, and those are the committee members such as finance, facilities, curriculum, those type of things. There's a total of 6 committee members, and those are board members that specialize in those particular areas and help us vet out different topics before they may potentially go to the full board for action. The board then approved the consent agenda and moved on to finance items, which was to approve the financial report and authorize to pay vouchers. The school board then set their annual salary, which was remained the same, which I believe it's been the same. I think in the last 15 to 20 years it's went up maybe twice. Based on last night's discussion. I know it's never gone up since I've been here. This is my 8th year. But the board set their salary at least through June 30th of this year. They went on to do some more annual organizational items, which was to identify the official attorney for the district, official depositories, official newspaper, and approve authority for individuals to invest funds. Individuals such as business office personnel to make needed transactions for the district on a daily basis. The board then moved on to personnel items. First personnel item was to accept a resignation for Renee Jacobson, who is a paraprofessional at the high school, and we certainly wish Renee the best of luck in her future endeavors. And then the board moved to accept the retirement of Jim Christopherson. Jim has spent 25 years with the district, and we certainly wish Jim the best of luck in his endeavors. He will be sorely missed. It should be noted that typically many times after a resignation or a retirement, the board then accepts permission to post. But we have not done that in the case of Jim Christopherson, as we're looking at reorganizing our custodial maintenance needs, and perhaps a system that is more efficient and better specializes to people's abilities, as well as saving the district some resources. The board then moved on to increase a contract for Cal Gudgeon, who's a bus driver. Cal is that's in response to a resignation earlier in the year, so Cal's taking on another route. Approved a .5 contract with Jackie DiGiovanni. This was for a special ed para at a .5 contract. The board approved this in October. Molly's been working on trying to find ways to perhaps fill this need without needing a hire, but that wasn't possible. Then they moved on to reports, various principal reports, building reports, maybe some reports to comment on. One would be curriculum. The curriculum met on machining. Presently, we're struggling to get students enrolled in machining. You know, one of the tough things we have is just on a general topic. We hear quite a bit from our public to continue and even strengthen offering our career tech ed courses. the issue that we're having with children, with students, which is an issue not only unique to our district, but is happening across the state, and I would guess the nation, is it's a matter of getting kids to enroll in various career tech ed courses, and getting kids to show an interest in that. That's probably one of the reasons for the Connections High School that some of our staff have been working on, which is to provide another learning opportunity, project-based, provide some 2-year college credits in potentially a 2-year course in a career tech ed area of study, which is maybe to provide another avenue for kids to be able to enroll in some of those courses. But that is certainly the issue. It's tough to offer courses when kids aren't enrolling in them. So that's kind of the chicken and the egg issue we have with that. But we have machining that is being offered presently, but the issue may not be that it's offered in the long term. As of, I think right now we have like 5 kids enrolled, and it's pretty tough to pay a teacher for 5 kids. But that came about with the curriculum report. In addition, Finance Committee met looking at budget projections for the upcoming year. There's going to be a meeting that is scheduled between some representatives from the board on finance, who right now are Barb Schmidt and Roy G. Giovanni, and the SMEA leadership, as well as some staff from Connections High School, on looking at how we could move forward as a partnership with that, and that's coming up with finance. Possible board work sessions that were brought up would be finance, and in relation to the discussion I talked about, also tying in there upcoming referendum. Next year is our last year for our present voter-approved operating referendum. So in order to have that continue seamlessly, there would need to be an election that would take place in November of next year. Excuse me. Another topic of conversation would be how that fits in with the Connections High School. Student expectations has been brought up as a possible work session, and that's coming up on a date that I can't remember right now. It's in February, sometime early February, I believe. And community planning, we're revisiting our strategic planning by getting individuals, getting feedback from all of our staff as well as community members on, the basic question of what should we focus on as a district to be a better school district. And then the topic of special ed finances and what do we do with that and how do we make that efficient came up as a potential work session. But those are things that potentially are coming up for the board to dialogue over, along with community members as well as staff members. That concludes the update regarding last night's board meeting. Wish everyone the best, to take care and stay warm in these cold days. Thank you. Have a good day.